tonight.
You're listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast.
I need a beer, I need a beer over here. Anyone need a drink before we start this?
No. She's got it. Yeah. Becker and I are in mid-conversation.
Yes.
I just got done the Australia tour, and we're talking about late 90s, maybe 2000 at best.
At best.
I had just got on email. I thought I was the... How fucking loud can you make that
Christ.
Shaker? Jesus Christ.
You moved away and made it louder.
Exactly.
You had a bullhorn on that fucking shaker or what? Hey, that's my wife.
Yes.
Me and your wife have similar bottoms.
Stick around for the extra content where Tracy does her Stephen Hawking catching the bath bomb.
That's probably good.
That was
over his dead body.
I get what you're... Once we start filming this shit, then we're gonna...
Come on, this would be...
doing Stephen Hawking rolling around in a chair.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. All right, so let's go back. Let's go back to late 1990s. I remember, like, outlasting, or not outlasting. Attell was the last guy I knew. He refused to get email or cell phones, and I collapsed and I got email.
Technophone.
So I got an email from a guy from Australia in Adelaide who's coming to visit America, and he wants to see me. It's when I was like on the internet, Napster shit kind of broke, and he knew my shit from Napster shit. And so I go, well, I'm playing the
Comedy Store.
Becker remembers it was Halloween night.
Well, yeah, because we came down for Halloween, and we always went to West Hollywood for Halloween, and we'd stay with you. And you happened to be in town this time, because usually you were gone.
No, there was no... Who's we?
Becky and I, my wife. You might recognize her from the pictures.
Becky was...
with us.
No, that's no fucking way. That's
1,000%.
Hold on, we have to clear. We have to set up this timeline because I assumed this was way before Becky when you were telling the story.
No, not at all.
We wouldn't fucking.
We came down for Halloween.
Okay, I'll trust you.
Okay, no,
So,
I'm telling you, I only remember because Becky was there because it was me,
you must be
you, Becky, and this guy that we just met.
Mid-90s.
Okay, let's go back.
And you had a lot.
You're right.
Right.
Let's say you're right. I assume you are.
No, I am. I guarantee it.
There's no show. This guy comes to America. He comes to the Comedy Store. The Comedy Store says nobody showed up, so we have no show. So we're sitting with this guy, and we go, well, fuck it. Let's go to Vegas, is what I remember.
Yeah. So what we decide, we'll go to Vegas, which is, at that time, we're very spontaneous. And we go, okay, which doesn't seem weird. And
to drive 4.5 hours to Vegas. And the guy, he was all in. I don't know what the fuck we did in Vegas. Probably went to the Union Plaza.
No, we immediately drove to the Plaza. And,
oh, your cigarette is bothering you.
No, it's making me sneeze, which is really awkward on a podcast. Is there any chance you can maybe
just say
smoke
it out loud
in your own lungs and not mine? Jesus Christ. But, so what happens is we go there and they cancel the show. So we decide we'll go to Vegas. And it was great. It was like almost like we just did it, which you can think of that kind of spontaneity now. I
can't imagine driving sober.
Becky was completely into it. I know. And that's what I'm trying to figure out who drove, because it must have been you starting, but I can't imagine, whatever.
Anyway, we drove to Vegas for I don't know how many days, a day or two. We drove to Vegas with this kid from Adelaide, Australia, Mikey 182.
Well, it wasn't how many days. I mean, we drove, it was like, what is it, 8 hours? But there was nobody on the
4.5 hours.
Yeah, so there's nobody on the road.
It's at night.
Right, but we just hop in the car and we fucking take off to Vegas.
So, but I'm saying how many days we were in Vegas because I had a show in San Diego. So we went to Vegas for a day or two.
Yeah. But the thing is, we get there, we're wearing, fucking the old timey, that's when you first started wearing the, crazy jackets because we were wearing tuxedo jackets. And we have pictures of it.
Shit here and again.
But I had one too, and he had one too. We have pictures of it.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're all.
You have pictures of Mikey 182?
Yes, I do. When we went to Vegas.
Great.
But the thing is, Becky leans over to me and goes,
"Where are you when I'm trying to write a book?"
Page 17. But, but the thing is we go to Vegas like on a whim, and we start gambling. We're doing okay. We're not doing horrible. But we go to Plaza. We check in, and that's back when they had like $28 rooms, and we're like, but the Australian guy didn't miss a beat. We're like, well, yeah, we're getting one room, 2 double beds. Like, we're not getting fucking a dozen rooms. And
we still fucking sleep together.
No, I know, but some people freak out on that. They're like, what? You go, it's Vegas. It's where you really put your bags so they get stolen in the lobby. That's why you get a room.
But yeah, we're drunks.
Mm-hmm.
The only purpose of the room is a place to fall down, especially in Vegas, and then get right back up and go back to win it all back.
Yeah, I gotta go fix this.
I'm not waking up like going, hey, you want to watch a movie? No, I wake up next to you.
Yeah.
I get up and I go to a buffet to eat and try to win it back because I have a system that was working until I got too drunk.
Yeah. And then, so we go down and this kid's hanging with us like really well. And we're and we go and play poker. And that's the time when we went and played poker and we were playing with the guy from the Plaza.
The one that you get into a fight with?
No, different. No. This is the guy that owned the Plaza.
Owned the Plaza.
Yeah. He's on the chips. And Doug and I are playing, and we can't notice because he keeps pushing chips to the dealer, and he pushes them the same amount back, and we're like, we don't get it. And then we start noticing he's on the chip he's playing.
Like if you're playing for dollars and you realize that's George Washington.
We were playing with George Washington of the Plaza.
You're on the chip.
Yeah, but he only play with his own. It's limit poker, so we keep running it up, and he keeps just going, I don't know what you guys' deal is, but I call.
I'm waiting for the Brit to cash in and go, no, George Washington's on the 5. Like, I don't really know which
yeah, I know it's not a queen. I know it's not a lady. But, so what happens is so we're playing, and that's the same time when the cockroach runs across the table.
And I said, all right, a cockroach just walked across the table as we're playing poker, and you flicked it off. Now can we get a comp for the buffet? And they said no.
No. And then the next thing is, you got to remember, this is back in the old days of Plaza, and nobody gives credit to the Plaza.
In the old days, it was the Union Plaza.
No, but they unplugged the Union because they broke the Union, so they unplugged it. They didn't remove the sign.
So this is back in the Union Plaza days.
Right.
And that's how
the old days
work.
Right.
The Konopka days.
Yeah. So what happens is we're playing, we got our $39 room with 4 people in it and a dog maybe. And, and all of a sudden we're playing, we've already played with the guy who owns the casino, and we're now sticking around. We're hammered. Becky's playing nickel slots. I go over, she goes, I think I'm doing good. And that's back when it actually paid change out. She's got 4 cups of nickels. She goes, I won $280 in nickel slots. I go, that's like hernia money. It was unbelievable. She's laughing, going, oh, yeah, get drinks.
All right. So that's how long ago it was where you actually got coins.
Yeah. No, and that gives you an idea.
I had the Sparkletts 5-gallon bottle almost full of change when Bingo, we just moved here to Bisbee, and I go, let's take this. And we went to Laughlin or some fucking weird
Henderson.
No, we actually went to Vegas, and we were going to cash all this change in.
Did you stand in a line with a bunch of other people with 5-gallon?
We realized that they no longer take change. No, you used to have they put it in the filter things.
Yeah.
Like Coinstar?
They don't do that anymore.
No.
I'm like, oh, fuck. So then we found on our way out the Boulder City, Boulder Dam kind of area.
Right.
One of those like almost out of Vegas places that still took so we cashed in all this fucking change that we had, just heavy amounts of change. It wasn't still in the Sparklets bottle. We had put it in a bunch of fucking smaller fucking
1 gallon water bottles.
On the way out, like, hey, let's just $100 each. We ate breakfast. Valet already has our bags waiting. It's $100 each. We're gonna play $100 each on dollar video poker. She fucking hits a $4,000 Royal Flush. I go to the valet and tell him we're staying another night.
How many 5-gallon jugs is that?
I don't remember.
They gave
how
the
we
money
carried
back
it.
in change, though.
But that was at
They
the
had
point.
the 5-gallon
So
thing back.
that was probably 2006 at the latest.
Yeah.
That they actually had fucking anywhere you could get change, much less take change. So I'm trying to find a timeline on our story.
No, so it was, this is.
So this kid is from Australia. He's fucking. We leave Vegas. Is there more to the Vegas story?
Vegas. Oh, then the other thing was so we've been playing the fucking poker table for a long time. The staff loves this, of course.
Was he playing?
Yeah, he was playing, but he didn't really understand poker. So.
I remember none of him.
So I have
other
it
than
clear and
us going.
So
fuck him. Let's take him to Vegas.
Well, the other thing you don't realize is when we're doing all this, you had stuff going on because you gave Becky your phone at one point, and Becky was playing slots somewhere in the casino in the plaza, and she's playing, and phone keeps ringing, and this guy's kind of like hitting on her because he's on a slot machine in one of those Long Island ones, and he's like kind of playing games closer and closer to her, and she keeps answering your phone, going, no, Doug's phone. She goes, no. Oh, David Tell? No, he can't come to the phone now. He's over doing something, but I'll tell him you called. And then it was like, who is this? Drew Hastings? Okay, yeah, I'll call you back. Yeah, okay. And it's like, but it was
none of these people ever called me, buddy. I understand.
No, this is it. But the thing is, David, and maybe like say a Roseanne Barr called.
No, she would never.
She might have.
This is 2000. No,
Okay, well, Becky can tell you. Listen, stop talking over people. Anyway. The point is, more Stephen Hawking. We need you more here, less here.
Got it. Okay. I get
but the point is, Becky keeps getting these calls, and it's Joe Rogan thing. The guy knew everybody, and he keeps going, are you really talking to these people? He goes, yeah, it's my friend Doug's phone. Anyway, he knows these people. And he goes, really? And she goes, it was the greatest cutoff of a guy trying to hit on. He goes, oh, okay. And he left. Because she kept answering your phone.
Not Mikey 182. Just
random guy was like sitting there begging. But she kept answering. She kept answering your phone, and it was famous comedians, and they're going, "Do you know all these people?"
Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know fucking any of these people till Attell. But
right.
Anyway,
he knew a thing, and then that's her favorite story because he goes, "This guy just trying to get shut down." Going, "Well, I'm not as popular as all those people, so I'm just gonna leave." So he leaves. It seems like he's getting closer and closer in slot machines. But yeah, so that happened. And the other thing is, when we're playing poker, after the cockroach thing.
Well, okay.
Security guards.
If we didn't spell this out for the listener, it was the owner of the casino that was on the chip that we realized we're playing against the owner of the casino and winning.
He has a house odds. But yeah. But the thing is, so we do all this, and if you could not smoke right in my face,
sorry,
it's amazing.
Hey, John, can I have some bar snacks?
Just move over there. Move.
It's just going right in my face.
I want to stop.
Mm-hmm.
There would not be no smoking rules if smokers were more polite. Jonathan has been sitting with his cigarette right in Matt Becker's face.
And I don't even hate smoking. I'm pro-smoking.
You're a tobacconist.
Yeah.
He's got chew in his mouth right now.
But he's double dipping.
Jonathan doesn't notice that his fucking cigarette is right under Becker's nose. Like, smell this. Does this smell
If I were to
bad to
do
you?
coke and it was a cigarette, it'd be the right angle. But so what happens is
An
we're
air
playing,
funnel.
and the other fun. I mean, this is one of the best points of the whole thing.
This is the only person who lets me smoke in his house.
Yeah, no.
You should go hang out with my dad sometime.
In his oxygen tent. Go ahead, Becker.
So what happens is we're playing. So we don't have a cockroach right across. We played with the owner. That's a great story, right? But then all of a sudden these security guys come out. We think, oh, maybe they're like changing out the money thing, doing something. No, 2 security guys come out and they stand on both sides of this table. Then another group comes out and they put donuts out. There's donuts now available at the Plaza because it's now 7 a.m. or something. But they're security guys, and you're only allowed to take a donut if you're currently gambling. You cannot. And the reason is because what nobody realizes, they attach the casino, the Plaza, to the Greyhound station. And the Greyhound station has everyone who's busted out in Vegas and waiting to leave town.
And there's no first class.
No.
In the Greyhound bus. It's the fucking, and it's worse, way worse now.
Yeah. But the thing is these homeless people are coming in. These security guys are, don't even think about it. Go, can we have a crawler? And ironically, it was a cockroach. But yeah.
So I don't know if you moved on, because I remember the Mikey 182 story ends with me. Okay, you're going to see me because I have to perform at 4th and B. Were you at the San Diego show?
No, we went,
You had to,
we drove back. We were flying on LAX. So we got our bags at your place in Curacao and we went to the airport. We flew home. You went to San Diego.
I went to San Diego with Mikey 182 from Adelaide, Australia.
In tow.
To, well, I'll get to it. Don't fucking get ahead of the story, fucking backdoor Mike. So, I'm going to this papered show. It's 1,500 seats, or maybe 1,200. It's a fucking ton of people. Huge fucking crowd where I'm headlining. They have a fucking MC, then Bobby Lee, known as comedian Bobby Lee.
San Diego's favorite.
He is. I don't know if he is now, but he was then.
Yeah.
And then they have an intermission, and then the MC comes back out. Everyone goes to drink, and then the MC they're booing the MC when he starts. Bobby Lee comes out, fucking blows the doors off the fucking joint.
This is a comedy club, right?
No, it's a fucking theater. It's a 4th and B in San Diego. Look up the number of seats.
Right, so it's a big venue, a huge venue.
It's a shitload.
Yeah.
And it's all papered. No one paid to get in, which is a disaster waiting to happen. It's free and it's worth every penny.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Can I
learned
get
that
a
from
refund?
Becker.
Sure. Have a nice night.
Yeah. So then there's the intermission, and everyone goes and gets drunker, and then the MC comes back out after the intermission to introduce me, and they're booing him like relentlessly. Fuck you! And I went out when he introduced me, and I went, don't you fucking ever boo the fucking comic. I was on the attack immediately. Fuck you, you fucking cocksuckers. Don't boo this guy. And then I made the mistake of go, fuck you. I'll just fucking bring Bobby Lee back out. And they're like, Bobby Lee! Bobby Lee! Like, it's completely fucking trying to boo me off stage, but they couldn't do it. I have that line in my book, but it goes back to that day. Dave Chappelle does it in one of his specials where I go, I can't watch Dave Chappelle's special because it's like, no, they didn't boo me off stage. They booed me on stage. Mm-hmm. I did that. No, you fucking, I did my entire time with the biggest walkout that's probably
ever happened.
Not been filmed. Where if it was 1,200, it went down to 200. Where people from the back of the room are walking from the back bar up the middle of the theater, flipping me off, and then walking all the way back out.
Which holds the room somewhat.
Well, Becker, you were with me for one of the biggest in Korea. Becker and I were in Korea, and it was the first night. Have we told this story?
Yeah,
Fuck them.
If
we told this story before,
tell it again. You're drunker now than you were then.
No.
I do want to tell you right now, the 4th and B shut down in 2012. So the ghost of you is still hanging around.
Yeah, but the fucking lady that booked it is still fucking... Shut it, Stanhope, shut it.
No, I got her on the phone, or we're going to do that after the break.
We're going to sidetrack right now.
Yep.
It was Osan, Korea.
Yep.
And the military base.
Yep.
Has 2 different clubs. The first night was one club. The next night is the other club.
We have no idea.
It was segregated by choice.
We didn't know this.
No.
Koreans and Americans?
Becker's the opening act.
Mm-hmm.
The middle act is Die Militant.
Oh. I remember
Hashtag hamburger. Hashtag shucky ducky. If you only have one name, you've been seen on Def Comedy Jam. And it's a segregated situation by choice, not by military rule that we know. Yeah. So we're playing the first night of this whole Korea, Japan, Okinawa, Hawaii tour. The first night is this all-black club of angry fucking black military guys with the worst sound system.
Yeah.
Like fucking bad, like every bad Radio Shack drive-through. So they know Die Militant. They don't know he's the middle act.
Daryl D. Militant Littleton.
He's
Daryl
Littleton.
Yeah. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
But he had the act that they wanted, not the act I had. So I follow him. Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
Backflips in the fucking audience. I go out. They're booing me before I get introduced. Before I can get to the mic, the whole crowd is booing me as soon as they see I'm white. Yeah. And I went out. The booker is a black guy, kind of like Shawnee here.
Yeah.
Like half black guy.
No, he's...
Sorry, let's wind this back. How did Becker's gig go?
Oh, good.
Becker opened. Becker opened?
Good, because they didn't have any animosity at this point.
They're waiting for the headliner, Die Militant. When he gets done, they realize they have to sit through me. Like, who the fuck is this guy? And they're fucking booing. And I remember doing some kind of your mother joke, and a guy stood up.
The sound system, here's the problem. The sound system was horrible. So, Doug, all you hear, I'm in the back with the booker in this big theater.
In Okinawa?
No, you're in the wings.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys were in Okinawa?
No, we were in Osan, Korea.
Osan, Korea. Okay.
So I'm in the back of this very...
Where they make PAs.
Listen, it would have been 100% black, but we were there. So we're back there, and I'm with the booker, and he's just trying to go, everything's good. And then Doug comes out, and they're already booing. So that's kind of dicky. And then he sits there and tries to do like crowd rap with him.
I'm doing the fucking fuck you. I'm going to do my fucking set fuck you.
Yeah, just hold it down.
Survival
And then he
mode.
goes something about, oh yeah, how about your mother? And then the mic goes out. So we have no idea what he really said. But he said your mother. And the whole first
guy in the front. There were, I remember there were banquet tables in the front.
Oh, great.
Vertically, and a guy... I fucking still remember because
you don't forget
banquet tables parallel to the stage.
Yep.
So like everyone's sitting Hofbrauhaus style.
Yeah.
Like looking
beer hall put
style.
Exactly.
All the way back. But as far as you can see.
So horrible. That is a horrible way.
Usually you have command of the audience
with
because
the mic.
of the microphone. But where like they were desperate to hear D Militant say anything, but they were trying. Right. For me, they were not trying, so I have nothing on the mic. So I'm yelling, and then it just turns into this fucking.
Do you remember the table flyers? There were table flyers sitting on the tables, like with the what's going on or the special,
coming up next.
Yeah, ladies'
good
night
comics
Wednesday.
Next month.
And all of a sudden, I saw maybe 200 of those just fucking fly in the air, and they're those plexiglass fucking table toppers, and they went up, and I'm standing there with the booker in the back, in the wing, way in the back, and we're like, and Doug's going, and now they're booing at the level which the mic system cannot cover, and now Doug can't really say anything.
It's like 7 minutes in, and just like the story in fucking Kilkenny, the fucking booker is.
You're giving him the knife cut at the throat.
Get off, cut it. Like, let's go.
And Kenny turns to me and he goes, what do you think we should do? I go, I think he'll get him back.
like a true pal.
Yeah.
I've seen worse.
That was back in the VHS days where I go, if we had a recording of that,
I know.
I would send that. That was back in the days. It was 94.
Yeah.
1994. And back when to be a comedian, that's when comedians email me, what advice would you give me? Well, yeah, if I was at your stage, I would say get a good VHS tape of yourself and a 8x10 black and white glossy photo, and then
doing something stupid,
and then mail it snail mail to a booker.
Yeah. Mail.
And then call and say, did you watch my tape? I said that would be the funniest thing if I had a tape of just that 7 minutes and sent that out.
Of all hell breaking
bookers.
loose.
Yeah.
Go, hey, here's my tape. It's just a violent eruption of fucking everyone hating me and trying to fucking violently assault me. With a headshot of me smiling with maybe a fist under my chin.
So we're new to the military circuit. So the next day,
that was the first night of the tour.
That was USO.
So the booker's going, I think maybe we should switch you up. Well, the next night is the White Club.
Yeah.
Which is...
I thought you guys...
They both make you racist.
Right.
I thought you guys did, I've heard the story different times and never to this detail, but I thought you guys played the same club.
No, it's
in the same night.
No, same base. Same military base.
All right,
there's a white club and there's a black club.
So realize there's 24 hours now.
Yeah.
Of the base talking about what happened last night.
But it's a African American crew that comes in for that first night.
No,
and then you go
it's a separate club.
Yeah, it's separate.
Separate
different
club.
different place. So we're going to the White Club the next night, and D Militant is kind of smirky, I think, at this point, going, "I'm gonna kick his ass." They go, they didn't really hear that.
He got uppity. Is that what you said?
Oh no, I'm just saying. No, not.
D
I don't take it up.
Not to talk bad about him, but he. Fuck no, I'm not.
We're not. No, we're not going that.
You already said
But
Daryl's
the point is,
guy.
come on,
Daryl's
if you're a comedian, if you're a
He's still a great
comedian
guy.
and you go up and you kill, and then the next guy can't get more than 7 minutes out, you go, I must have really killed, right? Well, here's the problem. The next night, he's got to do the cowboy bar. And the whole base is tense.
I was as racist both nights. But I didn't feel good about
your set didn't change, but his did.
I think I can't.
No. I'm saying that Go ahead, Becker. Then I'll throw this comment in after you finish the story.
But anyway, so what happens is we're going there the next night. Now I again am bulletproof because I'm going to go up and up before either one.
You're going out cold.
I go
to a crowd that you just have.
I'm the universal soldier.
I perform for the troops. I support your work. This is back when there was no war.
Yeah. Hey, how about Taco Bell? Woo! Because they don't have these things.
Yeah.
We realized right away if you just set out brand names they didn't
Clean
have.
water.
They were like, America, we love you. And so I started just playing into that. But so I go up and go, so the next night is very tense because people are coming up to us going, hey, don't worry, we got your back. And we're like,
What? Hold on. Like,
because
White
the Black
guys.
Club
After the
fucking
show-
hated me.
no, the next day. Well,
people that saw you that night at the Black Club were like, "We
No,
got
they
your
didn't
back."
Imagine
see us.
Burning Man is
They heard about
racist. Yes.
No, everyone hears about it. They're a little
it's not
tiny
even-
trailer park
Yeah,
is what they
yeah,
are.
It's not Burning Man. I realize
No.
is 30, 40,000 people. This
Yeah.
is fucking however many
Whatever.
couple thousand people
8,000 maybe.
that are
yeah.
completely segregated, and they heard that I got booed by the black guys.
Yeah, and never
then
given
we
a
go-
chance.
Sorry,
So-
I'd just like to interrupt for a second here, but my mind is boggled with the idea of the booker on the wings giving you the thrashing of the
Thrashing
slashing
neck.
of the throat signal. But for once, that actually meant no. That is exactly what they will do to you.
What? Yeah, he had to do that. Like, get the fuck up. But in the book, I talk about the Kilkenny thing. I had actually done a little bit of time. This was
Nothing, yeah.
No, you said
And
they,
it was-
booed you
and
before
again,
you got
I
on
say
stage.
7 minutes. It was
Yeah,
probably less.
Yeah, maybe 4.
It was like almost
Because it was-
fucking immediately.
But because the sound system was
there
a
was
Radio
no
Shack,
bits. I tried to start a bit after the going up to the booing, and I tried to start a bit. And
I can't even imagine that.
you know what?
No,
I even
but-
remember one of the bits was their beer was something that was toxic shock syndrome. Was a what was the fucking tampon that caused it? OB beer.
OBB, yeah.
OB beer? Was it OB
Yeah.
tampons?
It was OB tampons. You're right, because it was OB beer.
I
over there.
and they're like, "Bah, fuck you!" I try to do one local reference, and then it starts with "fuck you" and "fuck you" and your mother, and the guy's like gonna fucking jump on stage and
Oriental Breweries is the beer.
so all right,
Yeah.
hey, fuck you! I fucking remembered something.
No,
got
that
it.
was
No.
exactly, but that's exactly how comedy works. But
Yeah,
you know.
you try to start with something fucking local. They don't care. You're
I have to
not
tell
black.
you, their golden lager is something I really. In fact, we have
Shut up.
We're gonna
Anyway,
throw it to a commercial.
Becker, shut
Yeah.
him down. Shout him down like a fucking black audience. Shout him down.
yeah, just yell until you can't see the movie. But
So
So
the
how did
next
the white
night
soda
we're at the
gig go?
fucking cowboy club. It's not a white club. It's
No.
a Trump club.
yeah, no, and we didn't realize. Neither one of us in the military. We don't have a background in this.
No.
But we realized at that point it really was that we had set fire onto this,
And
base.
they were. The booker was gonna switch us up.
Right.
So I can't have you booed off stage every night.
every
Like,
night.
He doesn't.
we did the
well,
black
that's what
club.
he was thinking.
Yeah.
But he was like a white black guy. He doesn't understand that.
Right.
Like he's
Yeah, he only
he
knows
doesn't
what
understand race.
Hey, he believes
He's a
black.
half black guy that doesn't understand.
He also is one of those bookers that believes the black guy goes, "I kill every night." He didn't realize it was
my
his
God.
housemates. But
let me talk about a different comic that told you a really funny bit in the van from another comic. Oh, so and so does this bit, and then goes on stage that night and does the same bit that he just told in the van ride over.
that this person
Let's
is very
just say
funny,
that's any comic.
right? And then we see it that night.
Wait, you just told
You
us.
just told
this.
us, not yours.
Well, you are a faithless breed.
But that's any comic. I
Yeah.
don't. That so.
But that gives an idea that the level at which we're working on. But we go to the next club, so I go up and do my thing, and you got to realize it's not segregated.
Johnathon did fine from what I remember.
No, I know. But the thing is, it wasn't segregated, okay? It was separate but equal on their own terms. No, and I'm going to tell you this because that place was at probably record capacity ever in the history of the White Club because it was cowboy hats and not cowboy hats. They all came to both shows now. So you have twice as many people in this venue. It is packed, shoved in. And everybody had told us all day, don't worry, we got your back. And we're like, is this going to be a brawl? What you don't realize is here's the catch-all. is they never heard Doug's act. They only heard Die Militant. And unfortunately in comedy, they believe you make it up every night. Original. Unfortunately, the place is now packed. I go up, do my and I get done. And I go, ladies and gentlemen, Die Militant. He goes up again second. The white guys go, all right, it's funny, it's all right, not horrible. And the black guys are horrified, going, he did this last night. He did this last night. And that's all you can hear. I heard that joke. And that's fair enough, you know, it's not a, and then,
but they hadn't heard my jokes because they booed me off stage.
Nobody did. And if that's the one, if I had a camera, I would have loved to have it filmed. Because you've now got a completely, never before, racially integrated group, hysterically laughing, coughing, crying from Doug's act.
For the record, in 1994, my act was such utter dog shit.
No, fair enough.
I had bucket of vaginas was a big, huge.
That was a good one. And you had the shaking the beer closer.
Yeah.
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 No, I probably
didn't have that yet.
Maybe I had it.
Might have done the Chinese Zodiac.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, here's the thing about it. So they had already heard Die Militant. So when he repeated his act, they kind of went, what the fuck? So they gave Doug a free, clean ride to come out, and he blew the room apart. I mean, it was insane. And I looked over at the guy who books, and I go, you think we should pull him?
So Doug,
his name was Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny's short.
He said Kenny.
Kenny's from Hawaii.
Yeah, Kenny's from. Remember, the only thing he told us was,
you know what?
Bring your own thread, because they'll make suits for you in Korea for practically nothing, but the thread is sucky.
No. What happened? Remember this, Becker? He told us you're gonna get all this cheap shit in Korea, but we couldn't get an advance on our pay. We're
hand to mouth,
so we don't get paid any bit until we get to Japan, where we were ogling $10 for a Big Mac.
Yeah,
$10 back then was like $100.
That's what came up with the joke of taking it and eating it over 3 days, just taking nibbles out of it.
So we have no money in Korea where everything's cheap.
And then we go to Japan.
Can we get some money, please?
$20 for a watermelon. It was
like fucking crazy.
So the White Club had a better PA then?
The what?
The White Club.
Oh, 100% better. Yeah, no, amazing.
Of course.
And running
Jesus.
water. Yeah.
Hang on, let's take a quick break and
Hey, Dollar Shave Club. If you ever shower or brush your teeth or try to make your hair look presentable, Dollar Shave Club has a lot of stuff to help you out. This is where I bail. And because I don't shower, brush my teeth, or make my hair, what's left of it, look presentable. So why don't you carry this, Ggreg Chaille?
Well, I mean, everyone shaves. Everyone brushes their teeth.
Not everyone shaves.
Well, not in this room. But in the world out there, outside of the FunHouse, these are things you can get through Dollar Shave Club that you probably don't know about. It's right in the name, shave.
I know everyone
right?
else here uses Dollar Shave Club. I'm not the guy that makes myself look presentable or shaves or washes my balls. So that's why I'm saying, let's be honest and let you carry the commercial. Because you guys all shave and make yourselves look presentable, even though you're way too old to do so. Click.
Hand me the paper.
Did you hang up? No, I just said click.
I'm going to buy Dollar Shave Club for that guy from the Rockets that couldn't make a single basket in the final game.
Fuck that guy.
He's got a full beard. Dollar Shave Club would be great for him.
He'd be a good spokesperson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Dollar Shave Club has everything you need to get ready in the bathroom. And right now, I got to tell you, my toothbrush from Dollar Shave Club and the toothpaste is phenomenal. I love it, and it's the one I take on tour. It comes with a little clip on the top. I know these things are so easy.
A lot of people show up at the merch booth and they say, Chaille, is that those pearly whites? Are those Dollar Shave Club pearly whites? And he goes, you're goddamn right. And I say, don't take the name of the Lord in vain. And then we get into a a scrum.
While you're selling Bibles.
My point being
Stolen Bibles.
is that all I have to do is click on the website when I'm going to get something, and all this stuff shows up here. Once again, I don't have to fucking leave. I just stay at home, huddled down,
Chaille
waiting
gets
to do something.
Giddy as a fucking child when Dollar Shave Club comes up in his mailbox, which is my mailbox. He uses my fucking address for everything, which is why we have problems with crazies showing up. They're probably trying to steal his Dollar Shave Club.
Well, the thing about Dollar Shave Club is he gave us one of, I think you were out of town when you gave it to us, but, we got one of the toothbrushes and they're amazing. And when I went to reach for it, when Becky went back to Alaska, I realized she had smuggled it to Alaska. So apparently Alaska now has Dollar Shave Club too.
I sent it all here to Doug's house so that I push it in his face. that we've got fancy metal toothbrushes delivered right to the door. We've got
I did that on purpose.
Doug, what about the one wipe Charlies? You took those over to
the one wipe Charlies I did use when I was over in those what did our God-gifted president call them? Shithole countries?
The heathen nations. Yeah, Australia.
Yeah,
Southeast Asia.
Yeah, I used the one wipe Charlies on my teeth and my asshole. In that order, because you know what? I was raised properly.
And he also waved it at Winnipeg. He was waving it during the Winnipeg Whiteout.
With a bit of brown. And a touch of yeller.
Hey, they got shampoo, conditioner, body wash, toothpaste, hair gel, and even those wonderful wipes that Doug's talking about, the one wipe Charlies, all at Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah,
Hey, Doug,
hair gel. Rub it in my bald face.
you can put it anywhere you want. You can just call it gel. Hey, Doug, why don't you read the call to action on that?
I would love to read the call to action, but we only have, why don't we have a sponsor that gives us, like 2 different printouts of the ad copy? Hey, call to action. Here's a great way to try a bunch of Dollar Shave Club's products. For just $5, you get their daily essentials starter set. It comes with body cleanser, one wipe Charlies. They're amazing butt wipes. Amazing. I'm amazed at my asshole being clean. It's amazing. Which, for me.
It's amazing to all of
Their
us.
world famous shave butter, which you can always use on your asshole with a nose trimmer. This is one thing that people don't know. If you use... All right, forget it.
Dollar
Everyone's
Shave
frowning
customer
on me.
service would be like, how do I get the shave butter nose trimmer ass shaver?
Well, you have to have your own nose trimmer, but you put the one wipe Charlies and the shave butter in your asshole, and then you go,
okay.
And it snaps it all out.
Yeah.
The 6-blade executive, fucking 6 blades. How fucking hairy are you, Robin Williams? Keep the blades coming for a few more bucks a month and add in shampoo, toothpaste, and anything else you need for the bathroom. How about a plunger? Because we have bad plumbing. Do you have a plunger? They will after this read.
Market research.
Check it all out at dollarshaveclub.com/Stanhope. That's dollarshaveclub.com/Stanhope. You drunks. Every time we think we've finally gentrified Bisbee and just got rich Hollywood types in here. Nope. Johnny Depp didn't buy the Loma Linda, and there's still shit in the streets. Chad Shank on location, cruising the streets of Bisbee in his full flak uniform, like that Los Angeles bank shootout that they based that Robert De Niro movie on. He has to wear full, like, bulletproof mask. You get a lot of shit on, but you still have a golden voice because you left a mouth hole just like a sex doll. What's going on out there, Chad?
Thanks for that fantastic introduction, Stanhope. That made me feel very confident. A caller stated her mailbox was in the middle of the road. She added that it was a little loose.
In high school, we called that a bunt.
That was with Chaille doing the.
I did. Yeah, I made the noise.
He squared off actually correctly.
I squared
Nice
off.
one.
You put your thumb
Baseball
back.
in the funhouse.
Yeah, at best you want it teetering off to the side,
Well, it depends.
like an elderly person's head when they're trying to.
I got
eat
I got a
gruel.
guy on first, so I'm gonna throw it down the third baseline. Just a little
What
bit.
do they call that? Softball? Not softball. Anyway, go ahead, Chad. Chad's fucking risking his life, and I'm trying to figure out the terminology where they bunt a lot.
Whether I was a female or a male during Little League years.
You know what? If your parents didn't care enough to keep you, I wouldn't care
Yeah.
what gender you were.
Where do they bunt a lot? Now I'm curious. I don't
It's
even
what
know
do
what
they
you're
call that?
talking
It's
about.
fucking not softball, but slow ball.
Squeeze play.
They used to fucking with the baseball players used to talk about this. Oh, we're gonna play a lot of fucking
Over
every
the line?
fucking cunt
Over
that
the
played
they
baseball.
What are you
is-
talking about?
where they instead of trying to knock it out of the park, they play like kind of infield bunt shit. The baseball coaches would tell us.
Oh, I know. That's called strategy.
No,
Well,
it's
if
small
fucking
ball.
Mrs.
Small
Gump-
ball.
Small ball.
There
Thank
you go, people.
If
In other words,
were
don't
you
try to
looking
kill
up?
it. Just fucking base hit them
Yeah.
to death.
RBIs win the game, fellas.
That's
Let's
right.
get out there and do
All
this.
right, you know what? You know who's playing small ball? Not Chad Shank. There's fucking hard shots being fired at him. What else is going on in the Bisbee Observer Police Beat this week?
A dog on Van Dyke Street
Van Dyke Street.
was so provoked by a passerby that it ran full force into the fence and became partially paralyzed from the impact.
We just walked the dogs up part of Van Dyke Street. There's only 3 blocks.
Wait, where?
Van Dyke Street. Our street, 212 Van Dyke Street. If you're remiss in your duty of mailing us stupid shit that you either stole from work or you think we might like or might sell it at an eBay yard sale one day, 212 Van Dyke Street, Bisbee, Arizona, 85603. Send it to us.
Doug.
So yeah, I go back from the road, and that story's in the police beat, and I go, well, that could be Ichabod. He gets wily, especially when he isn't getting walked regularly by the Gumps. Gumps.
You ever know the vocal cue? Is that we're doing that?
Yeah. Gumps. Well, if I started just... So, yeah, we're looking at all the dogs it could be, and there's a lot of dogs it could be. But it wasn't Ichabod, who's been brain damaged far before Bingo went into a coma, so I call him Copycat. All right, next, Chad, what do you got?
Sorry, I was...
Chad just hit his head into the fence so hard.
I was not paying attention. Actually, what I was paying attention to is all of the P's in the last 2 fucking paragraphs. A piano player was disturbing the peace when he played the same loud music over and over on Main Street.
It's called practice. Going to find that.
How'd you make it to busking on Main Street
Where's
in Bisbee?
Where is Main Street?
Practice.
Practice. Remember, if you're sticking around, you're not a busker fan.
Where's
If it's disturbing the peace, you suck.
where's Main Street?
I don't know.
Down on Main Street.
I thought
I know-
Main
I
Street
know the
and
Bob Seger
Tombstone
song.
Canyon were the same thing. I don't fucking know.
Well, I thought Tombstone Canyon is Tombstone Canyon.
yeah, but
I
Main
think
Street.
they
And then
might call
there's
it
a Gulf.
Main Street too.
But
I don't know.
Main Street has live music.
I don't know.
It's not great.
I want to know where it is.
Yeah, that's it.
So I can complain.
Where we have to go to Safeway is the corner. It's a 4-way stop.
Yeah.
It's the corner of Bisbee Road, Douglas Road, Congdon, and
Jimmy Dogs.
Arizona? No.
No. Oh wait. Yeah. No. Arizona's. No. It's
No,
not.
that's a
Arizona.
block
That's-
over.
Anyway, they change. You just hit a stop sign and the fucking street changes when you go straight.
Yeah, you're right because it is
All the fucking trails
It's Bisbee
up there?
Road until you get to the stop sign, and then
Douglas Road.
You cross the threshold to Oz or Narnia, and then it's another road, but it's a straight line.
Makes it for a weird DUI.
Well, a different guy lived on that street
Yeah.
when they named him.
I think we're belittling the hardcore crime that's happening in Arizona. Please do not make light of Chad Shank's report. What else?
2 male subjects were walking down Campbell Street, seemingly intoxicated. A medium-sized dog was leading them.
Oh my God, she's the lead singer of Hole.
Go ahead, Chad. You pointed at me like you had one.
I'm stoned.
Hey, we have Courtney Love references hot off the press.
A disabled man in Hereford stated his wife would not give him the other set of keys to their vehicle.
So that's it.
I don't know. What it says.
He doesn't say anything about the first set of keys.
A key.
A key.
That's Becker and I have talked about doing a Bisbee version of Lake Wobegon Days / Wait, don't
Somebody's
tell
been
me.
working on it for 2 days.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
I still get the original notes. Let me give you those.
Yeah.
Because I was pretty drunk.
No, it was good.
I have to Robin Hood this motherfucker. I have to go out on the road and steal money from the rich to bring it back to do a
Was
flawed-
anyone taking notes or anything? Cause
I did. Yeah, no, I have them in there.
okay,
no,
good.
we have.
But
the
I
phone.
also
No,
have...
that's good.
Anyway, yeah, sometimes the dog leads the man, and other times, well, we walk our dogs. We just walked our dogs
The tail wags
with
the dunk.
Derek
Oh,
with
fuck.
his gimp leg and Mrs. Gump. And our dogs were walking us, and we were seemingly intoxicated. And if the fucking caller had stopped us and said, I'm going to call the cops because you seem drunk, we'd go, no, we're definitely drunk. Do you have anything else? Because my beer is done.
We're drunk, but the dogs are hammered.
Was she worried about the dog? The dog's in the fucking lead, man. Stop worrying about the dog. Would you scream rape if the girl was on top?
Every time.
He's drunk. He's raping the girl. She's on top mounting him. And that fucking, where she's using her knees and not just riding with her knees on the bed, but squatting down.
And now she's giving him a ride to
Reverse
work.
She's reverse
Oh my God.
cowboying.
Oh my God. Now she's paying his rent. It's like, I don't know. When did the rape happen?
If you were doing that to a dog, I'd call the cops. Because that guy was not seemingly intoxicated. He's fucking a dog.
Yeah.
But I think all of my analogies apply.
I'm so lost right now. But
Gosh, that's why Chad Shank will
what's
get
happening.
us right back into fucking the
Let's go
horror
back
of
to
living in Bisbee.
The horrible police beat.
A concerned citizen advised K-Gun 9 had a human trafficking show on and suggested Bisbee PD record it, as it had new information that would be helpful for officers.
First of all, K-Gun 9 is my new local Tucson news station, closest we can get in 2 hours.
Who's
So
your
this
weather
is
guy?
not
Who's your weather
about
guy?
Weather guy? My weather
Trick
guy
question.
is a lady,
April
sir.
Madison.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and
Golden showers.
I've gotten they've followed me on Twitter. Fuck you, Jeff Beamish. Fuck you, Jeff Beamish and Paul Sakala. I'm a friend of yours still. And the real weatherman at 10 o'clock at night, Matt Broad. Yeah, fuck you, KVOA. And Matt Broad jumped ship over to K-Gun. But the point of that story is not this. K-Gun, someone called, this is a fucking beautiful one. Someone called the police station that saw one of their local news exposés on illegal aliens and called the police station to tell them, you should watch this because you can learn something. They have a really good expose. Like the police are not trained. That's what kind of fucking dunce town you live in, where you go, okay, I love this town, I promote this town, but there's still that dumb of people. Bingo Bingaman's grandmother, may she rest in peace, not soon enough. She's already dead. Oh, you're dating a comedian? And she sent us Red Skelton VHS tapes.
Like you had a VCR?
Oh, I did at the time.
Wait, what's wrong with Red Skelton?
And what's
Are
wrong
you
with
kidding me?
VHS tapes? Have we not announced that?
Let's go.
They're showing up tomorrow or the next day.
We'll announce it when they're ready.
No, they're done. By the time this goes out, they're done.
Well, we'll announce. That's a special event.
People know what VHS is, by the way. You don't. It's not. You're not telling everyone.
No.
Hey,
I'm
there's a
talking
new
about
medium
our-
coming
yeah,
out.
Yeah. Well, we do have our new medium.
We have a new scam coming out. It's basically what he wants to
Let's
say.
get back to the police beat.
Thank you, Matt Becker.
And finally, a female called stating she didn't have a body anymore.
No.
This
that's
just-
no. That's
the
another
next
one.
one.
Okay, pause.
Hold on.
Keep the pause.
that.
That's it. We're gonna do one
And
more.
finally is the end of it.
Becker. Yeah. Okay.
Read
all
it
right.
again because I think you've confused
Shush.
everyone.
Let's finish this up.
And finally, a female called stating she didn't have a body anymore. Want me to read it again?
No.
Yeah.
That was
Listen.
the actual call.
This is shocking because when you live in a small town and everyone in a small town, you listening, you drive a truck, you fucking do some dumb shit job. You live in a small town. You don't even get radio. That's why you have to listen to podcasts while you're not doing your work. You've seen these bodiless heads sitting on the side of the road, and they can't type in orders. They can't drive a forklift where you drive a forklift. They can't drive truck. So you know how disheartening and disparaging it is to just be a bodiless head, or you do meth.
So what you're trying to say is you ain't got no body?
I got nobody. Nobody.
All right, let's get back to
I know
whatever
so
the fuck.
sad.
We have other shit to do. Hang on. Please hold. Hey, we're back.
And
But the rest of the tour went fine. We had one of the best times of our lives at
Ever.
that fucking
Outdoor
one
festival.
day off at that fucking music.
Doug
festival.
got up early like he does and goes wandering around and he finds this outdoor
Weird.
music festival. And what percentage do you think it was of even like America?
I have
America.
pictures of it.
I know, but it was
I
maybe
could bring out for this podcast if we did it on video.
maybe one or 2%
If there
local
was
or not
1,000
local.
people there, 10 of them were white.
Yeah, and we were part of that.
And we're sitting on the lawn. It's an outdoor thing. We're sitting on the lawn. We're there early. And the opening band was Japanese and doing, I think it wasn't Zama. It was,
what's
Masawa?
What's Zama?
Camp Zama. That was,
Yeah.
Camp Zama is where we went. We played two bases that were like 20-minute drives apart. And the first night was Camp Zama. That was Zama, where we drove from the camp we're playing the next night. If I fuck this up, thank you for the emails. But this is 1994. Anyway, we drive about 20 minutes to the other base, do that show. Well, everyone's going to go home, and I'm going, I want to hang around. I'm thinking it's going to be like every other fucking gig. Everyone wants to hang out and party.
But we don't realize they have to get up at 6 a.m.
Well, they don't hang out. Everyone else leaves except for me. I'm like, hey, you want to party? I'm trying to get laid and shit. No. Everyone leaves. I have to walk back. A 20-minute drive is about a 3-hour walk, and I don't know where I'm going, and I don't speak Japanese. I'm drunk enough. And I would call my mother, collect from payphones, go, hey, I'm drunk in Japan. I'm trying to find my way home. I'll be fine. And then I'd go into 7-Elevens they had, and I'd
tons
go,
of them.
I'd go
With Asian people.
wait, no. Zama was, because that's how I knew. I'd just go in, I didn't know. So I'd go Zama, and I'd point which direction, and then point in a direction, and then I'd go in that direction for as long as I could.
So you got to another 7-Eleven?
Another 7-Eleven. And I'd say, Zama. Just kept walking for fucking 3 hours, and I got back.
Yeah.
Perspective. In 1994, a gallon of gas was $1.09. A movie ticket was $4. And Brazil won the 1994 World Cup in the United States.
I graduated high school.
You're not on this podcast. I did 2 tours in 94 of military bases. The first one was February, March. The one Becker and I did was, I think, September.
Yeah.
They were 6 months apart. The first one,
I have a question, but go ahead.
The first one I know in Japan in a fucking hotel room or whatever barracks kind of thing they put us up in is on Japanese or whatever Korean MTV is where I first heard our song, Mr. Jones and Me.
Counting Crows, yeah.
And it's even Andy Andrus and I song.
Yeah.
I think.
No,
yeah.
it's, yeah.
So back in 1994, which is also when Tanya Harding won the National Figure Skating Championship,
yeah,
following the attack on her rival.
Okay, so
Nancy Kerrigan.
This will date it. The fucking last date. This is good.
That just dated it. But
I
go
was
ahead.
opening for Jimmy J.J. Walker
Oh my God.
on the first tour 6 months
Dynamite.
before me
Dynamite.
and Becker went back.
Yep.
So I blew him off stage in a demilitant fashion.
Yeah.
This guy sucks. Bring that guy back to headline. That's why I
That's
went
how it
back to
worked.
headline.
Yep.
Good Times didn't play over there? I don't understand.
Well, he was such a dick and he's not funny. Jimmy Walker is just...
Same jokes.
Well, at least in 1994, he was a fucking asshole. That was one of the things that I couldn't put in the book was getting hookers for Jimmy Walker with that same fucking booker.
You can't say that now. So
Yeah,
just-
I can. Yeah,
no,
I
you,
can.
No, you can't say that.
No, I can. Getting hookers for Jimmy Walker. Go ahead. Fucking call me out.
Yeah.
Please. Don't you fucking dare take that out. You're not a fucking
Oh, no, I
publisher.
just say that so I don't get sued.
All right.
Hey, I want to ask, back then...
No, there was another guy that raped the girl.
Whoa.
No, that's a fucking true story. I couldn't put it in
That's
the
better
book.
than a question I was going to pose. So
Yeah,
go
no,
ahead.
Jimmy Walker
All that-
bailed, and you know that guy fucking raped the girl, but you...
Wait, who? What?
Another guy that it's a fucking weird story, but he was like, it was a horrible thing, and you go, look, I'm just an opening act for Jimmy Walker. I'm just leaving. I didn't see a rape happen, but you know,
Yeah,
that's
but you're
what,
using pronouns. I want specifics.
I don't remember specifics.
Good
other
answer.
than-
Yeah.
Good answer.
So let's go back to the data.
No.
Hold on a
Shut
second.
up.
I want to ask a question. Back then, when you got the J.J. Walker gig, and then after that, you did the one
Because
how
Jimmy
did you
Walker
get those?
sucked. They said, "Oh, you were funnier." Well, that doesn't mean I'm
Funnier.
a headliner,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
took it that way. Oh, he's better than Jimmy Walker. We'll bring him back to headline.
But honestly, and then, of course, doing the show, that was the first night that thing happened. Then after that, I mean, Doug blew the stage off. I mean, literally, it was like just such a fun thing.
My
to
act was as dumb as
the
military.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you,
you're a
yeah.
good soldier.
Remember, I used to ask, I go up on stage and go, who's been married? And they go, who's divorced? And they go, who's in the military? And same hands would stay up. And I go, when are you going to learn to stop signing things?
My question was, how did you get those gigs? How did that start? Like to get like as a cover band, to get a USO gig or do military gigs, which we did a couple of, it was very restrictive. You know, like I can't imagine you telling 3 jokes where they're like pass.
I don't remember this is important. I don't remember how I got the gig, but I know that Scrawny Ronnie Putnam,
Oh,
for all of his bullshit.
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in a lot of pieces. He's a big fat fucking guy.
Impaniment.
He was friends with, and then when Jimmy Walker, probably Steve Sharippa, I don't
could
know.
be, yeah.
When Jimmy Walker found out I worked Blue, he was trying to cancel me, and this is like the biggest thing. I'm gonna go to fucking Japan to do comedy, and I'm bragging about it, and then we're gonna cancel me. And Ronnie Putnam, he used to work out with fucking Jimmy Walker at a gym, and he knew Jimmy Walker, and he had
In
all
Vegas.
He fucking
Railroaded it through.
Really?
he made it happen.
He pushed the bill into law?
somehow.
Jesus
Nice.
Christ.
Well, you knew his tenacity.
No, yeah. He still owes me money for drugs I never got, but
he owes a lot of people a lot of shit.
obviously he
But-
could talk you into things.
Yeah, he owes a lot of us.
I got all my drugs.
I love that that's part of it. Is that there's someone who did something on your behalf that we all know. Like to now I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good with it. That $50 for Coke, that's cool because you got Stanhope.
Yeah,
You got him to Japan.
Come
No,
on,
he'll
the
do-
kid had a huge heart.
He won't do blue stuff in front of you.
That's a
Because I had
skill.
already bragged
Yeah.
about it to my mother.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna do this, and then you're canceled, and like, oh fuck. Ronnie's like, I'm gonna talk to him, and so I do that first, and then rapes happen, and you turn a blind eye.
Well, we don't know. We don't know.
No, it wasn't. Jimmy Walker wasn't raping.
Okay.
He was just
Yeah.
looking for hookers.
Yeah.
And not saying dynamite and being very angry and not doing interviews. I would have his fucking hands crossed all the time anytime someone asked him a nice question. I understand that now.
Right. Now you're jaded enough to go, oh, thank
I'll
God.
say dynamite anytime.
Didn't he sign an autograph in front of you one time?
No, that was the story from Scrawny Ronnie Putnam. Big fat Ron Putnam was back when he knew him, where he was still recognized. Jimmy Walker. They'd go to Denny's in Vegas. They both lived in Vegas.
After the gym.
After the gym, and people would come up and ask him for an autograph, and he had a stack of index cards with his autograph stamped, and he just wouldn't break conversation with Ron Putnam, and he'd just hand a fucking stamped autograph to the person asking and never break eye contact with the person he's talking to. He'd just hand it to the side to the person asking.
It's a skill.
That's cooler than that phone thing they do now.
He was a fucking dick. And then when we're out looking for fucking hookers for him in the freezing fucking Korean fucking February. Oh, that's where we were going. I know how the tour ends because, and you can look up the date.
I am.
Dennis Wolfberg had just died.
Yep.
He was a big comedian
Amazing.
for comedians back then. And then our last gig was in Hawaii, Honolulu, fucking whatever the Air Force base is. Fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was not Pearl Jam, lady. Tracy says Pearl Jam. Pearl Harbor.
Bro.
Yeah, but it's not Pearl.
That's your Alaskan public school dollars at work.
Yeah. History. The way it should be told. Call me daughter.
I heard it must have had Bill Hicks died.
Right.
So whoever I called, I had to fucking
Remember the phone card?
phone cards. That's how it works.
Fuck.
Back then we had that.
Becker, your memory is really good.
My first book, I had to go. I'm talking about I was 18 in Hollywood in 1985, and so and so got a hold of me. I'm like, how did that happen? I don't even know how it fucking happens. But I heard Bill Hicks died. So it was that day Bill Hicks died. I was in Hawaii, in Honolulu, and I called Jimmy Walker's room. I go, did you hear Bill Hicks died? Because Dennis Wolfberg, these things come in threes. How are you feeling?
Which is hysterical. Did he think it was funny?
No.
Kid couldn't find funny.
I'm really sorry to take this back to a very boring and mathematical data point.
I'll cut this out.
As long as
cut
we
out.
get back to Mikey 182.
Okay. Yes, we need to circle around to that.
And that sums it up.
I was quite interested. You were saying that when you were in Japan, it was $10 for a Big Mac.
Whatever
and then Chaille came up with a very good data point, which was it was $4 in 1994 to go to the cinema.
Yes.
So how does that work out?
I don't know if it was fucking $10. You fucking. How old are you? Like fucking 15?
I'm too old.
How old are you?
I've just turned 46.
Jesus.
No, 44.
Really?
Or 43.
Wait, shut up then. Shut the
You're
fuck
our
up.
math guy.
Jesus
This
Christ.
is the math guy we
my
hired.
God.
This is the fucking
I've just
technical
turned
guy.
44.
He's going back to fucking Silicon
How much
Valley.
is a Big Mac in Japan? That's the only.
It was a lot of fucking
No,
money.
it was back then.
But
It was really.
a movie in the U.S.
No.
There's no way you can like scale it. It's not scalable to a Big Mac in Japan.
No, but it really
Well, it
was.
is if
It
you're
was
an
$20
American
for
who
a
likes
It
watermelon.
easily could have been.
when you're a fucking broke comic, and when fucking the military, fucking not the hierarchy, the fucking chump low grade military are buying you drinks on base.
Yeah.
Because you can't afford on base. I started smoking. That was the first time I had quit for any amount of time, was the first trip over there. And when on base, you could get a carton of generic cigarettes for like $3 for a carton. I started smoking after like 7 months of quitting smoking. I go, I'm losing money. In 94, you could smoke internationally. They'd canceled, you can't smoke domestically, but this is my first international you could smoke still. Fucking Becker. Me and Becker on the flight back when we did our second tour in 94, we're in these like 5 seats in the middle.
Oh, the big wide bodies.
Yeah.
252. So we're in the fucking 3 middles with no one on the sides.
Yeah.
And we made friends very quickly. I don't know how. I guess we were gorgeous and young.
Yeah.
Probably.
No, I have my passport picture.
I'm sure that's
Look
what
at
it
it.
was.
But the flight attendant took kindly to us and they were bringing us drinks hand over fist, like double fisting us.
Yeah.
I believe, I know there were screwdrivers.
Yep. Yep. I think I'm doing gin and tonic.
And we're taking the barf bags out of the seats, and we're making face puppets on the barf bags with the 2 eyes and then a mouth where the fold is,
talk.
and then there's Japanese people in front.
We're sticking them over the seats, and we're talking to them.
You're doing behind the seat?
Yeah, we're doing puppet acts.
Puppet acts for them, but we're going,
In
"Oh,
mock
come on,
Japanese.
come on, come on, and they think it's hysterical.
They showed us. They brought me up to where they have sleeping cabins in the fucking.
No, remember, they didn't do this at first. They cut us off.
Did they?
Do you remember?
I didn't remember.
No, we were hand feeding each other cake. So we're going.
We're the puppets.
We're acting like we used a stolen credit card to do this, and we started hand feeding each other cake, licking our arms and feeding each other cake because they brought us cakes, and we're like, cake.
Based on a Matt Woods bit.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Matt Woods in Denver.
Yep.
And they were hand feeding each other
chili. Yeah, chili. So we're busy feeding each other, and then they go, "You're cut off," and we're like, "What? We're cut off?" Because they were so nice. And we go, "Why are we cut off?" And they go, "You feed each other cake." Like they thought we were gay. And then
Oh, that's a different flight.
No, it's the only one we were on in
No, it was a
Japan.
it was a blonde lady that was fucking over serving us.
No.
Maybe they switched
Well,
out.
we were hand feeding cake, but yeah.
I do remember that.
So what we
That's
do is
probably a
we
different
go,
flight.
we're comedians. No, this is the only time we've been in Asia on a plane, Doug.
No, it was a
So
fucking-
listen,
it was-
no, and so what happens is they go, you guys are hand fingers there. They think we're gay. And so they're going to cut us off of liquor.
I do remember
and
this.
then what happens is we go, no, we're comedians, and they can't figure it out. So somebody translates for them and they go, oh, gagmen. You're gagmen. And we're like, yeah, we're gagmen. We pull out our headshots. Now they bring us more drinks. They apologize for
believe we
saying
had
we're gay.
headshots with us.
Yeah. But get this. Then they take us upstairs and show us the sleeping quarters for the staff.
Oh, the bunks.
They give us a full fucking tour of the plane. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
All right. For the
gagging.
record, we have that. I do remember them.
That's the only
thinking us
time that
gay.
would ever work.
Yeah, but I do remember the lady that was feeding us drinks right off the bat was definitely an American lady. that
Right.
loved-
No.
So, but
But they cut us off because we were
I
feeding
remember
each other
the hand
cake.
feeding cake thing. There's probably two different flights. It
No.
doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Why do I?
It's one story, 2 flights.
Yeah.
Not Delta, I take it.
2 cups.
It wasn't Delta.
It's probably Northwest Airlines back then, or Pan Am.
That was Asia Airlines.
Where was I going before?
Yeah.
You had to circle back to
Oh, I
the
know I have to. I know
Australian
where we
guy.
have to end, but
Yeah.
I thought there was I think there's a beat I'm missing.
Right now, a watermelon in Japan is $200.
No joke, right?
No, I'm just saying.
No,
I'm just trying to
it
give context
really
to
is.
everything.
No, and it was 20 back then. If we'd have bought watermelons, Doug, like we should have with our money, we'd be rich.
We sound like motherfuckers right now.
Fuck yeah.
Out on the street.
Chaille. Don't mention the watermelons I have buried in the backyard.
I didn't.
Like
You just
Bitcoin.
did.
Like Bitcoin.
I didn't. You just did. So there we go.
A lot of people use Bitcoin.
Uh,
I'm cashing in on watermelons in Japan.
We love these stories,
Okay.
gentlemen.
Let-
but
let-
Demilitant has no dates coming up, and JJ Walker also has no dates coming up. He just finished a run
D.
in
Militant
April.
was a fucking good guy. He
was a good guy.
They have a separate they.
Becker and I were talking today about something came up about gigs and stuff, and
I meant D. Militant and one other guy.
I said, no one ever remembers the good gig. I remember the gigs where there's no PA, and now all of a sudden I have like 10 times more work before Doug goes on stage. And Becker agreed. He goes like, yeah, you remember the shitty ones. And these are the things that you talk about because we were
It's the
talking
flavor.
about on our podcast, Near the Wild podcast. You can get that online. John has started an open mic at this little shitty bar that no one,
Yeah.
Doug, no one appreciates the fact that these guys come in on
The
a Monday night. The regulars are like,
what are you doing?
What's this? I'm like, that's when you double down. That's when you go fucking right up their ass because the owner will appreciate what you're doing. And you guys have just explained everything that we talked about in a couple of sentences is that this is when you flourish. This is when you realize that this is what you want to do.
I did a podcast a little while ago where I go, I'm too drunk to be on a podcast. So I went full James Inman. Like, fuck it. That was my Monday night podcast. And this podcast is fucking great, even though it's just an hour later.
Yeah.
I just tweeted that this is probably going out after the other one that is going to go out. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's just if I have enough time in between doing
that-
Blue Apron,
That
a Blue Apron meal.
These are both evergreens because you're not putting out the dates.
Right.
Until,
Yeah, this one doesn't have any
Yeah.
dates.
You add the dates in after the fact.
No, the other one that we did before this is going out tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
No,
Fucking
and
Garrett-
rightfully so.
It should.
Fine. It's fine.
But
Label us at 1994.
But this
Let me
one,
get back to Mikey
Yeah.
182.
whatever happened to Mikey
Becker
182?
flies out. We drive back to L.A. I have to do this 4th and B.
Becker, where did you go?
well, L.A. We were going home.
Okay.
And then back to Anchorage.
So they start booing Bobby after the intermission. boom, the opener. And I came out and started shouting. And
You're in San Diego?
I already told this whole story.
No, you're in San Diego.
You didn't finish it. No, you're exactly
All right.
the right point.
So,
San Diego.
San Diego, 4th and B. You said is closed. I don't know if you said
2012.
that on the air or off the air. Yeah, fuck them. It got down to like 200 people, and then I started doing my act.
Wait, how many started?
I'm guessing 1,200. They said 1,500.
We went from 1,200 to 200?
Yeah, but it's the good people that are left.
It's a long set.
And then I started doing my bits for the few people remaining, and like I made it okay.
That's like someone yelling
It
fire
wasn't
in a
like
theater.
Osan, Korea, where I had to leave after 7. No,
Yeah.
I did my fucking time.
Yeah.
Overtime.
Yeah.
And I did it.
You're still paying me.
Mikey 182 flew all the way from fucking Australia.
Yeah.
He came to LA. There's no show. We brought him to fucking Vegas. Then I brought him to San Diego to see him watch and witness the biggest fucking walkout possibly in comedy history.
1,000 people streamed out of a fucking theater.
Fucking, again, walking all the way from the fucking exit to the stage to flip me off and then leave. Like that kind of, like, angry.
King Kong on stage didn't.
And then he flew home to Adelaide.
People leaving.
So I just came back from Australia. I played Adelaide. Didn't see him. But the time before, 4 years ago, for the first time, and Mikey 182, who was telling me that meth was all the rage in Adelaide. Like, that's fucking awful. Like, Becker and I did our time with meth and the...
But you
when
grow
you
out of
snorted
it.
in the fucking early 90s. And they're like, oh, he showed up with a friend that was... Hennigan remembers better than I do. 4 years ago, he showed up at the show, and his friend was so fucked up. And it was one of those... Like, sometimes it's just a job. I'm not there to party. I have to say words into a microphone, and you think, no, we're not going to Vegas this time. And we're not going to go to San Diego. We're not going to spend 4 days together. And he shows up, and they're just so fucked up. And I'm the fucking sober guy going, well, not sober.
Yeah, but
sober-ish.
Next to them, you were.
I am responsible. And he shows up at the hotel bar with a friend that's all fucked up, and like, and Hennigan, and I so fucking get these fucking people. I go, but we have a story together. Yeah, the story's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Stanhope. He's all Hollywood these days.
Yeah.
There's no way he's going to fly me somewhere else.
He's jacking up his ticket prices and actually working on his set more rather than getting booed off stage.
But you're still not making Japanese watermelon money.
We'll work on that. All right, that's a fucking podcast. Mikey 182, I don't know what happened to you in Adelaide, but we're all old now.
Yeah.
Those were the days. Girls were girls and they were men. Master, we could use a man like David Hoover again. Hey, play us out on a song. Oh, we just did it. Click.
Click.
Did you hang up?
No, I just like click.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, this next brother is a lecturer, a speaker, a writer, producer, and he's very special to me because he mentored me when I first got to Los Angeles, a dear good friend of mine and brother. Give it up for Daryl Littleton, a.k.a. D. Militant. Show your love for my good friend, D. Militant. D! What's up, D?
All right, before I get started, I just want to say I got a low tolerance for bullshit. No, seriously, I got a cousin in Alabama. He's country, but he's too goddamn country for me. If I had a nickel for every tooth he had in his mouth, I'd have a nickel. don't like a lot of bullshit. Like they say, dog is man's best friend. How the fuck you my best friend and I'm required to pick up your shit? Don't get me wrong, I like dogs. I don't like cats. I fuck a cat. A cat ain't a real pet. A cat is nothing but a fucking animal. See, a pet is supposed to love you. A pet's supposed to be loyal. Like if your house catches on fire, your dog is gonna warn you. He wants you to get outside. He wants you to make it. Your cat, that motherfucker be waiting outside. He wants to see if you make it. Fucking ungrateful ass animals. Fuck a cat. I don't like bullshit. We killed Osama bin Laden, which means we killed one of the masterminds of brainwashing. Because he had guys blowing themselves up so they could die, go to heaven, and get 72 virgins, knowing goddamn well he ain't got 72 virgins for all them dudes. Some of them guys gonna get some slightly used virgins. You know, bitches with wrinkles around their mouth. How you gonna be a virgin and you got more semen in you than a submarine? Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. As far as the economy will never be the same. Get used to it. That's why I like my Latin brothers and sisters, because y'all don't complain. You just get out and do what the fuck you gotta do. And come up with shit ain't nobody ever thought of. Like, who knew a luscious, juicy orange is just what you need before you get on a freeway? Candy, apples, roses. I didn't know I needed that for my trek. Thank y'all. Appreciate you. Y'all ain't waiting for the goddamn president to solve your problems, because Barack is not a magician. And I'm glad he's not, because he's black. All right? We have never had a famous black magician. You ain't never had Spooky the Great or Blackie the Magnificent. And you know why we ain't had a famous black magician? Because the audience ain't cooperating with that shit. Ain't no brother coming out here talking about, yeah, for my next trick, I need to borrow somebody's wallet. Come on now. Stop bullshitting. I'll make your watch disappear, yeah, and I'll beat your ass till you bring it back. You fucker. I hate to admit it, but black people are overrated. We've never even had a famous black movie monster. Are you fucking kidding me? As scared of white people are about black people, we ain't had a famous movie monster? I go on Crenshaw right now and find 5 niggas that'll scare the fuck out of you. We've never even had a famous black kidnapper, because who the fuck you gonna kidnap but black kids? And what kind of ransom you gonna get on a black kid? If you don't take them on payday, you're stuck with their ass for 2 weeks. And you better be careful, because if you pick the wrong black kid, your ass will be the hostage. Seriously, black people are overrated. That's how I never understood, how did black people get picked to be the slaves? When have we ever been known for our work ethic? Every time you hear about black, well, they're lazy and they're shiftless. So you took a 6-month boat ride to get some lazy, shiftless motherfuckers? When the Mexicans were right there. Everybody know Mexicans are hard workers. Hell, I take one Mexican over 20 niggas any day of the week. And the Mexican will be done with the job before them brothers want a coffee break. Hey, you gonna smoke, boss? Yeah, you can smoke at home, Bubba. Pablo finished the house. Look at this motherfucker. It's got parking and a moat, central air. Take your lazy, shiftless ass out of here. Gretchen's got your check. I love Mexicans. You know what I love about y'all? You're a fucking miracle race. I don't know how y'all do this shit. You motherfuckers are concentrated like orange juice. Seriously, ever been to a Mexican club? 2 cars in the parking lot. The club is packed. The fuck? Partying out the window and shit. And you got something I wish black people had. Y'all got that bilingual shit. That is some slick ass shit. 1 minute you're talking to me, then you're talking about me, then you're right back to talking to me. Yeah, all I heard was mayate, but I think I got it figured out by now. Well, they say Africans don't like African Americans, but that's bullshit. I know it's bullshit because my wife is African. Matter of fact, she's Ethiopian, which I love because I feed this girl for 27 cents a day. Look, once you wipe the flies off her face, she's fine as fuck, all right? Just gotta keep her away from camera crews and Sally Struthers, that's all. I love it though, we got a great family going and shit. I got a daughter now. I'm trying to teach my daughter, keep her off the pole. I'm trying to teach her all kind of shit. Teach her about school, teach her about boys. I want to teach her the fashion do's and don'ts. Like, ladies, let me ask you something. Is it sexy when a man walks around with his gut hanging out? Then why do you think it is when y'all do it? You guys have been a great audience. I'm D. Miller Time. Thank you very much.
We should just record everything we say.
Look, I'm really... Are we
Hey,
live?
get on mic.
Go,
Just
I'm
tell
really,
what you're going to say.
I'm really, really sorry, but the last podcast, or the last two podcasts, I don't know, but I've had my mind utterly fucking boggled when we were discussing earlier on the concept of Hennigan getting drunk and heckling people at the comedy store.
Yeah. All right, we're done.